Are you ready to break through and totally understand how your story is your prison and how to break free from it? How to understand that the story that you're identifying with, that who you think you are is not even you, and that you can recreate your entire life from the inside out. Stay with me. I'm going to give you like 20 plus years of work, deep inner work on peeling the onion layers away to get to the core essence of who you truly, truly are. You truly are a soul. And when you hear that, you might be going like, okay, well then what is my truth? What do I really want? And here's the thing, you did not have a choice in identifying with who you think you are in any way, probably until about the age of like way past 25, 30, because here it is, it's going to start to unfold. You have been born and named and given a life according to whomever brought you into this world. And you had all these experiences and you were told all kinds of things. And it's not even the fault of your parents or your grandparents, because let's reflect what they have done, industrializing everything and teaching our parents and grandparents who, when I talk to seniors, like they used to get together and build their houses together. They helped each other. They didn't have, back in the day, it was like a TV with 3 channels. And so there was only select times. Otherwise, they were in nature and they were connecting and they were rising up. And I feel like they were aware of that and went, oh, we better start telling them to teach their kids that they better get a good job and that there's a better sense of security. They don't have to, there's a way to work hard and be successful. They started to teach them that, and that's what we got taught because they made them scared and see the ripple effect. And so here we are now in this life journey, way later in life, going, wait a minute, did I make any of these choices? Let's reflect. At a certain age and stage, all the way along, you're supposed to, get your license. Oh, why are you not thinking about getting into a relationship and marriage? And here's the age and stage where you should be thinking about kids and the house and the picket fence and the career and stability. False, false. Because what if that's not for everybody's true, authentic soul? What if that's not what you're here for? And that's not to say that it's not for everyone. There's friends that I believe really just always wanted the house and the kids and the car and the picket fence but here's the thing: later in life, when you go, who are you? People can't answer that if they've followed the script, if they've done all those things, if you've went with every age and stage expectation. Then there becomes a time where you're like, I don't even know who I am, because right away I jumped into the role of being a wife and being a mother or being a husband or being a father. Now I've got to be a provider, and now and I have to, and I should. And so there's all these expectations and no time ever to stop and say, did I choose this? Is this really my life? Now, here's the next level. You can write out your lifeline and do it. Write out your lifeline and go through all of the different experiences. And then you may go through the identity of like, I had these traumatic events and these things shaped me. And that's why I've closed off my heart. And that's why I don't do that. And this is why But here's the thing, you can break through that too, because you can go back to those things that you felt were really hard and realize how they made you who you are. Like, for example, I had a mentally ill mom who was bipolar, went up and down all the time, but it taught me so many things. When I went through all of the pains and resentments, I turned them into benefits. And I told myself, wait a minute, because she was always I'm a chameleon. I am able to adjust to anything at any time. It's made me be able to take risks. I don't need a sense of security. I understand that everything is always changing. I understand that that is exactly what got me obsessed with trying to understand the mind, body, soul connection, and how I just couldn't relate to watching someone go through traumatic events and then having a mental, not illness, but hardship, and the system doing everything they could to just not honor healing that, calling health and wellness, not. Mental health became marketed. Think about what they've done. They've just made sure that everything that's hard in our life is amplified, and then given us false illusions on how we can correct that, when really it's about detaching from all of it and taking a minute to say, okay, now that I can see everything that I've been through and how it's made me who I am, who am I? What do I truly, truly want? At one point, it was really helpful for me to go back through pictures of you as a kid and objectively look at you as just an adult, looking at a child and going, who's that kid? What did that kid really want? What did that child love doing that nobody seen, heard, validated, understood? You now get to be your own parent and look at that boo-boo and that little love and love that child and be your own parent. And in those moments when you feel a fear come up or you feel like, okay, I'm starting to get awareness of what I want, and then all those things come up that try to distract you from doing it. Be your own parent in that moment. I love this. You could just be like, you know what do you need? What do you need? Do you need a hug? Do you need a hug? And give yourself a hug if that's what you need, and talk yourself into knowing that you're not alone. You got your back now. You are going to hold that inner child's hand and be like, we're doing this. We're going to live our best life, because you just don't know how much time you have. They make us work really hard to retirement, but I've talked again to so many seniors that are saying, live your life now. Live your life now. One senior said to me, she goes, you know what? We did everything right. We followed everything that you're talking about, this script. And here we are now in the doctor's office every other day. We can't go anywhere because we have all these health issues. And so everything we dreamed about isn't happening. And the only trips that we seem to take are to our friends' funerals. Oh, she's like, live now. I thought that was just so it. That's it. Live now. This is something I've always done. I will not allow my inner flame to go out and to do something just because I feel like I have to for survival. I know that that's not why we're here. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a surprise. You don't need to know. You don't need to know. That's what they've also misled us to believe, that because there is this script they've got outlaid, so clearly for us, follow the leader. No, that's the misconception that just keeps you so stuck, because you think it's a sense of security, because we do as a human kind of want to know, right? But if you can break through to the next level, it's all about accepting and being comfortable with not knowing. Getting to a place where, because reflect back again, as a child, go to that lifeline at the beginning. Every day you didn't know what was going to happen. You just got up and you went to school, that we shouldn't have been going to school. In my opinion, all of that was just programming. But, you were excited to see your friends and everything was new and it was exciting. There was the little things were exciting, and that's what we need to come back to, because even the seniors and everything say, we look back and think maybe that they didn't have it all, but they say, oh man, that was a simpler time. You'll hear them say it was a simpler time. And that's what we need to get back to truly live your best life. I think we need to be more simple. We've been taught that we're supposed to, again, have all of the things, to have an identity, to look who I am, look what I've done, to be able to show something. But what if you show it through your spirit, through your heart and soul, through, if everybody meets you goes, wow, my life is better just from like sharing in your energy. What a beautiful world we would have. This is all we need to do, is love yourself. And when you love yourself and you start doing what you love, you're loving your life. You're loving your life. But it takes a minute to reflect and say, who am I? Beyond all of these illusions, beyond everything that I've been taught and told. What did that inner child want? Where am I really going in life? Because it's up to you. It really is up to you. And then it's just about taking the risk and knowing that it's always going to work out for you. Because you can, again, look back through your lifeline. You didn't know. You were scared, and when you going to the next grade, even as a child, think about it, how scary that was. You had to take such a big risk, right? You were going to, everything's new. New schools, maybe, like when you had to do new things. It was uncomfortable, but you did it, and it always turned out great, didn't it? Did it always not turn out into something that was like better than you could have expected? So remember what it's like to be in touch with that inner child, your inner compass, your heart and soul, your true identity is I am that I am. I am that I am. Whatever today is in this moment, in this now, I am that I am. I'm one with source, and I'm just following my heart. One of the hardest questions for me to answer is like, hey, so what are you doing? I'm like, whatever it takes to live my best life. Because I don't want to have an attachment to an identity, to a role, to an expectation. Making sense? Follow me. Subscribe. Leave a message. Leave a comment. Let's talk about this journey we call life, because you're not alone. We're all rising and shining right now. So keep it up and re-identify. Take your power back. Your life. Your story is not your story. Close the book and rewrite a whole new book. Much love.